entrevista de Cuéntame algo bueno.
Okay, Charlie, tell us something good.
Something good?
Yeah?
I can tell a little thing about my project, Walking for Water. I am here in Nerja now, and I have been walking here from Denmark. I started walking from Denmark the 18th of May last year, and I have been walking down through Europe, Germany, Holland, Belgium, France, Spain, Portugal, and now I'm back in Spain. And on the 18th of May, on the 1-year day of my departure of Denmark, I will cross the Gibraltar Strait and begin walking from Morocco down through Africa, around the western shore, through West Sahara and all the small countries on the west coast. Then I will walk through Congo, the rainforest, and eventually in 2 or 3 years or so I will end up on the east coast in Tanzania. And the reason for this walk is to raise money for a water supply system in this specific village called Lengasti in Tanzania. So thereof the name of the project, Walking for Water.
And why this town? Why this village?
The reason why I have chosen this village for this specific project is because I was living there 3 years ago. I went to Tanzania to start an orphanage for children with no parents, and I was living out in the bush in a Maasai village, and there was no electricity and a very primitive place. And while I was there, the water supply system broke down, and this meant that the local people had to start walk to the nearest water source 19 kilometers. So that is 19 kilometers to the place and 19 kilometers back again just to get clean water. And I thought this was unbelievable that this could be going on. I mean, in a global world where I know we have so many things at home, that some people were living like this, and I decided that something must be done about it. So when I returned home to Denmark, I promised them that I will see what I could do to help them to rebuild this system, water supply system. And then I went home and I started thinking about how should we do this, and I got in contact with an Australian organization called Bridget Water Foundation to get them to send some engineers to this village, because I needed to know what exactly we needed to do and how much it would cost before I could start raising the funds. So they sent some engineers there and they wrote me a report, and it turned out to be a very big system we needed to build, because there was no water to be found in the underground, so it had to be transported from these 19 kilometers away. So what they suggested was that it will cost about $420,000 to build this system, and that's a lot of money. So I thought, how am I going to raise all this money? And then the idea came to me about Walking for Water, because I personally have a desire to go on adventure. I have always dreamed about being a full-time adventurer, traveling and writing about my experiences, and there was a symbolic that the people had to walk so far for water, so I will walk so they don't have to walk. And at first I thought, no, this is a crazy idea, I can't just walk there, it will take many years, you know. But the more I thought about it, the better I liked the idea, because so what if it takes many years? If this is exactly what I dream of doing, this is the perfect solution, you know. It's not something that I need to get over with. So I started planning it, and I spoke with some people who had been traveling in Africa, and I spoke with the media. The plan was to get a media contract, a TV contract, and through that make it rentable for companies to finance the money. Because if I have a TV program, I can go to big companies and I can say, look, I am going through all these countries and I will have for example, 12 episodes that we consider that so many people will see. So transferred to ordinary commercial money, this is a good deal for you to be put in contact with. That is the system. Unfortunately, I haven't got a TV contract. So I stood the day I had planned to leave without any contract at all, and I thought, what should I do? Should I wait another year and see if I can get one? Or should I just jump into it and hope that it will come along the way? So I chose the last thing. I just started walking and started making small interviews with subcultures along the way to try to pitch the idea, because it may be easier to get such a contract if you show that, okay, I believe so much in my mission that I just do it anyway, and show them some pitch material of what kind of cultural program you can deliver. So that's basically what I'm still doing. I'm seeking out different subcultures on my way. I have been speaking with so many different people, for example, motorcycle club in Holland, the European Parliament politician in Brazil. I have been speaking to a transgender organization. Here in Málaga I have been speaking to Hare Krishna temple, and I try to meet as different subcultures as possible to have them tell with their own words what makes them happy, why they have chosen this path of life. And I find it very inspirational myself to meet so many different people. I feel that I learn a lot, and I think it's also interesting for others to see all these different subcultures. What I also do is to systematically contact the media where I go. So I try to get as much media attention as possible, prefer the national media, but also regional and local media. And then I can use all this media attention to go to the sponsors and say, look, so and so often I am on a front page of a paper in so many different countries. So if your brand is financing our project, you will get all this commercial through the project. Because the journey itself, walking more than 18,000 kilometers through 29 countries, is enough to get this media attention.
Entrevista de Cuéntame algo bueno.